All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be getting into HTML, how to write it, how to use it. So for this tutorial, I will be using a Mac, but I will try to keep it universal for my Windows users as well. So first thing that we need to do is find an IDE, integrated development environment, for us to use to write our HTML code. So we'll go over to Google where I have some stuff already open for us. And first, I would like to point out for the people who are looking to get into development or deep diving into website building, I would suggest you go download the IDE called Visual Studio Code, which you see right here. And Visual Studio Code will pretty much allow you to code in pretty much almost every language you can think of. So if you are looking to get into other programming languages other than HTML, then this will get you there. So that is a good um, software to download on your computer. It is free, so you don't have to worry about paying anything. So everything you do here, you simply just download it and begin using it. So for example purposes, I do have it on here. I have it open, so once you download it, it looks something like this. So to get started with it after you download it, the first thing you would do is come to the extensions over here, and the extensions is where you would get all your languages. So you see over here we have various programming languages available. In this case, we are looking to use HTML. By default, you technically do not have to necessarily install anything for HTML on here, but if you are looking for one, typically they'll have a star by the ones that is favorited. So you see this one. So for example, you click install, then you can say trust publisher and install, and it will install it to your computer. So then you can start using Visual Studio Code simply by clicking on the paper right here, and then you would have the opportunity to open a folder on your computer. So if you go in and then let's say you want a folder on documents, you can say new folder here and then just type in code and then say open, and then you see over here it will then ask, can it access your files from that folder. You want to say allow. Also say trust the authors of the files and the documents. And then over here you see that the code folder is open. So for this, once you have that open, you can simply click that file with the plus and then type in the name of the file you want to do. So for this example, we'll do HTML1.html, and then you see that little symbol pop up on the left hand side right here that's indicating that it is going to be an HTML file. You click enter, and then it will simply open up your file here. So you'll see it here. Just to note, they do have Copilot as well built into Visual Studio Code to assist with any needs or issues as well. So that is for my people who are looking to have a software downloaded to get deeper into programming. For those who aren't looking to get deep into programming, just wants to know the basics, we will go over back to Google, and the first thing you can type in is HTML editor, and then you see there are various options for you to choose from for different online HTML editors. One I like to use is W3 Schools, because that is the one that I will be showing you how to use as well in here. But for example, if we click on one of these, then um, you see here there is a setup where you can write some code there. I don't necessarily like the layout of that one, but let's see. So here it shows you it live. So this one is pretty decent, real-time HTML editor. It'll show you your information live as well there. So we'll keep that open, and then I will open up the other one that I was going to mention that you should use. So that will be here, and this is an example of it that you would be using. Um, So either Visual Studio Code or W3 Schools HTML editor, I would recommend. All right, so now that we have somewhere to get started, as if you see here on W3 Schools, it already has some sample code that you can work with. And for example, here, um, to start your very first web page, it's basically already starting it for you. For the purposes of this tutorial, I am going to be using Visual Studio Code to show you the process of how to do it. For my Windows user, you can download something called Notepad++. And here, so Notepad++ is not available for Mac users. This is only for Windows users, but it allows you to write code in there as well. That's free, or you could simply use the um, text editor that is built into your computer as well. On Mac, there is a text editor. I don't really like the format or how it looks or how it works, so I just prefer using an alternative. So that's why I use Visual Studio Code. So it's totally up to you. But basically, you just want a text editor to work with HTML files. But again, in this example, I'm going to stick to Visual Studio Code. All right, so I'm not going to get started in too deep on the HTML. We're just going to do a very basic covering of how to do some simple things. So I'm going to stop this video just so I don't make a pretty much long video with a tutorial explanation in the beginning, and then in the next video we will get into starting HTML.